So one of the reasons we came back to Taiwan was to attend one of our dear friends' wedding. And we are leaving Taipei today to go down to Tainan with the Gaotie, which is the high-speed rail train. And it's gonna be Zoe's first wedding ever. So excited. We're getting ready to leave now. Here we go. You got it, baby. You can do this. Mwah. Before we left my parents' house for the 2-hour train ride, I made sure Zoe got plenty of sleep during the morning nap. I then gave her a quick pep talk to make sure we're on the same page.
我们要去参加 Philip 跟丹琪的婚礼。
No worries, it's your first wedding. All right. And then it was go time. I was in charge of Zoe, and Lucas was in charge of all of our luggage. I know, it's crazy how much luggage we have, given that we're only in Tainan for 2 nights. But I guess that's life when you've got a tiny human to pack for. We left the house and made a quick stop for Zoe to say bye to my dad because hashtag needy grandpa. Just kidding. It was sweet. And off to the station we go. The Nangang station is a short 5-minute walk from my parents' house, so we strolled our way there. Since the train ride would take 2 hours, I also picked up some pastries outside of the station to make sure I wouldn't starve during the train ride. And here we finally are at the station to buy some tickets. Lucas ended up getting a special deal on his ticket because he's considered a foreigner. We entered the station and it was feeding time. One of my favorite things about Taiwan is its incredible accommodations for pregnant and nursing moms. Pretty much everywhere we've gone to, breastfeeding rooms were available. Even at night markets. I know, that's crazy. I've been so impressed and felt so well cared for in the 1 week we've spent here. This particular nursing room had a changing pad, nursing station, water dispenser, and even magazines for moms to entertain themselves during feeding. Once Zoe finished feeding, we made our way to the platform and finally got on the train. My best friend Anna came with us to attend the wedding, and she's currently 13 weeks pregnant. She thinks she's having a boy, so maybe we can arrange a marriage. Just kidding. Zoe fell asleep right away, so she missed out on some cool highways, mountains, and rice paddies. But then she decided to wake up when the rest of us were finally asleep. So I had to make my way to the breastfeeding room because she was getting fussy. Yes, they even have breastfeeding rooms on the train. Once she was done feeding, I dropped her off with Lucas because I was starting to feel it in my arms. Mom arms are a real thing, folks. We got to Tainan and had to catch a shuttle bus to our hotel. Man, what a long day of traveling. Also, I used to think Lucas was a Superman until I realized he can't lift a luggage with baby on him. Oopsie. The ride was bumpy, but Zoe didn't seem to mind. Actually, she didn't mind it so much so that she fell asleep. We got to the hotel, checked in, and passed the heck out. Just kidding. We had some tummy time, freshened up, entertained the offspring, left the hotel again for some night market fun. My highlight of the night being drinking the best papaya milk of my life. Then resorted back to the hotel for the night. I wanted to pause here real quick to talk about a particular challenge I've been recognizing in motherhood, and that is to assess when you have reached your max capacity. Because as a 20-something-year-old, my norm has always been to work hard, play harder, and drain literally every ounce of energy I have in my body. But once Zoe entered into my life, I found myself always tug-of-warring between living out my fullest life and still being the best mom I can be. But that is not humanly possible. So I end up stretching myself paper thin and letting my body and mind, and sometimes even marriage, suffer on the other end. And the thing is, I don't recognize this until it's the end of the day and I'm in my bed, feeling my head ache and my body sore and a head full of things to process through. But today was one of those days. I stretched myself too thin and packed in tourist activities on top of traveling with a baby for a whole day. So all that to say, it's a work in progress. We will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early for the wedding. Woo! The next morning, we woke up to a perfectly sunny day for a wedding. Grabbed some Tainan specialty breakfast, had a very dramatic but short-lived meltdown. Put on a summer dress because Tainan weather is so incredibly tropical. Obviously, had to put on a bow. And we're 200% ready for the wedding. Side note, we chose to use the carrier rather than bringing a car seat and stroller because we're basically taking the taxi everywhere here in Tainan, since not all taxi trunks fit the stroller. We arrived at the most beautiful, stunning, and vintage-inspired wedding. I mean, look at these flower rings. Ooh, and then I think I overwhelmed my poor daughter by running up to people and then hugging them really tightly while forgetting Zoe would be squished in between us, and then passing her from friend to friend. But that's just the realities of bringing your new being to a wedding, because it's a huge reunion and every long-distance friend of yours will want to hold your baby. Once the wedding began, Zoe pretty much went to sleep for the next 2 hours. I mean, God bless. This meant that we got to fully enjoy watching our friends get hitched, feasting on some freaking legit Taiwanese wedding cuisines, and really just being present with everyone around us. I can't believe we were ever worried about bringing Zoe to this wedding. I think back to all the times when my mom friends would tell me that this would be an easier time to bring Zoe than when she's older and mobile. And honestly, they're so right. Oh, she did wake up at the very end of the wedding, and I totally forgot to wear a nursing-friendly dress, so I had to run to the bathroom, strip myself naked, and nurse her. This was totally my own fault, but I do wish there were more options for cute nursing-friendly dresses. But other than that, we really had an amazing time at this wedding, despite it being the first time we brought a baby with us. If you're ever second-guessing whether you should bring your baby to the wedding, I say you do it, because the joy you'll experience from being reunited with your friends and family totally trumps the maybe 15 minutes of fuss that you might encounter. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any tips and tricks on bringing a baby to a wedding, comment down below. I hope you're having an amazing start to this year, and we will see you next time. Bye!